George,
Hey, man.
where's Belleville?
Where is Belleville? If you go east from the GTA, a lot of people go from Toronto to Montreal and Montreal to Ottawa.
Yeah.
We are on the way there. It's about 2 hours from Scarborough. That's where Belleville is. It's actually 1 hour before you get to Kingston. That's how close we are to Toronto. To give you some context, if you drove from Scarborough to Brampton during rush hour, it would probably take you longer than to go from Scarborough to Belleville.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, that's how crazy
I
Toronto
love
is.
that.
So when people say, I don't want to invest in Belleville, that's too far away. It's like, it's close than you think,
It's
man.
way closer to
Let's talk a little bit more about the Belleville market as a whole. What is it that you like about the Belleville market?
When I'm talking to clients, I always ask them this question. Would you invest $100,000 to see a 50% return, or 50 grand in 8 months, that also gives you a stock option that produces better than any stock, bond, mutual fund has ever produced, and gives you a monthly dividend payout? Would you like to do that?
Sounds pretty good.
Sounds good. So that is our market here. We are not chock full of 12, 24, or 100 plexes. What we do here is we do a flip to yourself method. So you're able to invest your 100 grand into a very average home, make it into a duplex, a triplex. You put in that sweat equity, refinance, pull the money out, and go do it again. And then we have great cash flow in the area, as you know, and wonderful appreciation here too.
We've looked at historic numbers in the Belleville area over the last 10 years. What was the appreciation? We went up almost triple, 280% of the price back in 2013 to now. Prices have almost tripled in the last 10 years.
It's crazy. So to give you some context, that's starting 10 years ago at $200,000, or 194 to be exact. And since then, even with the last dip that we've had, so this is accurate to the day as of every day you see this, up to $550,000 is our overage, or our medium home sale price now. And if you do the math, that's 28% appreciation.
Yep. And to give you some context, we ran the same, we looked at the same numbers equivalent for the GTA area, and the appreciation, Dave, went from around 550 to around 1.2 million for at least freehold properties, and that accounts for just over double, which I think over the last, was over 220%, so about 22% per year. So in comparison, Belleville actually outperformed the GTA when it comes to appreciation.
One of my favorite things you just mentioned right before you went on was, what if? So it's funny how 200 to 550, and Toronto started at 550 and now is just at 1.2 million. What if those aligned and the Belleville market ended up, starting the next 10 years was at that 550 mark and went to 1.2? Hard to see, hard to predict, but what if?
I bet there's a lot of people in Toronto today who are thinking, oh man, I wish I bought in 2013 when the average price was 550. Well, the average price in Belleville is 550 right now.
There you go. Now's your chance. If you're from the GTA, now's your chance to get into this market.
And you know what I like about the Belleville market? It's a lower barrier of entry. If you're looking for a freehold detached investment that comes with real tangible land, as opposed to a condo or something like that,
right?
Real land, you can enter in, so something worth $500,000 with 20% now, you can enter this asset for as low as $100,000.
Not only is it less cash up front, but also just in terms of qualifying for the mortgage as well. You're only qualifying for a $400,000 loan as opposed to a $100,000 loan, right? Like, that's a big difference in just annual income that you have to make to be able to support that. Not only once, but do it again and again and again, right?
One thing I want to mention is that our lot sizes are insane. It's very common to come, like, I would say an average lot size here is 50 by 100.
Probably, yeah.
And then once, probably 20 to 30% of the lots out there, you'll see 70 by 140, 70 by 150.
Yep,
I saw one yesterday, 2 days ago. It was 100 by 150.
Especially in our older neighborhoods, more established areas, massive lots. Very common to see a half acre in town. You ever heard of that in the GTA?
All municipal services, right?
Right, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And a lot of these investments, the real appreciation, personally, my strong belief is that the appreciation is in the land. So if you can get more with your purchase,
yeah,
the better. And when I think of real estate, I think of it as a 10-year plan.
Yeah.
And who knows what 10 years from now will look like in Belleville area, but I like to know that if the densification is there, that opportunity, when you have a 100 by 150 foot lot, that could easily be redeveloped to maybe a low rise, mid rise, high rise example.
It's a really good example is that it's possible that maybe your 10-year plan or your 30-year plan depends on what you're doing as an investor, but maybe that end goal or that out is just to smash it down and redevelop. That's it.